A lot of updates coming out of Santa Clara today as the San Francisco 49ers kick off their first practice of Seattle week. As we know, Seattle will be coming to town, and we have a big divisional opponent matchup coming up. But let's talk about the injuries and kind of the participations of practice today. There's some big names who aren't participating. George Kittle, right at the top of the list. He is not practicing today. He is dealing with a hamstring. We found out about that in the press call on, what was it, Monday. But I will make it be known right away before anyone starts worrying. Shanahan does not sound very concerned about the Kittle situation with him not practicing today, and he does actually anticipate Kittle practicing tomorrow. So deep breaths. I think Kittle's going to be fine. Kittle's a warrior. He plays through so many injuries. It's absolutely insane. So I expect him to do this as well. Let's move on to the next big name. You also have Nick Bosa, who is out of this practice with a hip injury, the same hip injury that he was dealing with last week. Obviously, he played. He did mention today that it is very painful, and so he is playing through it. You also have Trent Williams not practicing today. He's listed as ankle and a wrist. Trent typically has veteran days on Wednesdays, so I don't know if it's actually injury related or not. So that's something that I think we'll have to monitor. Obviously, if he returns to practice tomorrow, it should be fine. Mitch Wishnowsky doesn't practice today. He's dealing with the back. And so we heard from Kyle Shanahan talk about this, basically say that he's re-aggravated it. And this was something that he was dealing with in training camp. We talked about it. There was a stretch period in camp where the 49ers had probably 5 to 6 different punters try out every single day after practice. And they've tried out punters throughout the year, and they signed a punter today. So obviously they are very concerned. And Kyle did mention that he is, concerned about Wishnowsky's availability for this upcoming game. So it's already kind of a high likelihood that Mitch Wishnowsky doesn't play in this game. Charvarius Ward, he is still away with his family. Obviously, there's no rush for him to come back. Obviously, the team would love him back in the contributions, but at the same time, he needs to take all the time he can get with his family, and he's got to be right, because if he's not right, you don't want to put him out there and put him in that situation. He's got to be mentally all there, and so he deserves as much time as he needs away as possible. And obviously, you had guys like Renardo Green step in and play pretty darn well. Now, of course, you want Charvarius Ward back in this game, especially if DK Metcalf is going to play, which it does sound like he is trending towards being potentially available after being out for almost a month. So it does look like DK could be available in this one. So it'll be a big test for Deommodore Lenoir. Obviously, just got the big payday, and Renardo Green and Yadam and Rock Ya-Sin and whoever they're going to put out there with him. But if Ward doesn't play this week, I won't be surprised by that. So I think we're already kind of trending in that direction. So we'll just have to wait and see if he does return or if not. But again, he deserves to spend as much time away as possible, considering the circumstances. Defensive tackle Kevin Givens hasn't practiced. He missed last week, and he's not trending in the right direction. So we'll see what his availability will be like through remainder of the week, and if he will be able to play. Obviously, the 49ers are very thin at defensive tackle, so we'll see how that goes. Limited today, Christian McCaffrey. He is a limited participant, but no setbacks. It's just kind of the rehab process. They're, of course, not going to push him like crazy as he returns from the injury and the bilateral Achilles tendonitis. So he is on his way back. And Also, you will have Chris Conley practice in a limited fashion, which is good news. He missed last week. And also, Jonathan Feliciano, who's coming off IR, is also limited as well. And of course, with Feliciano, he just hasn't been elevated yet from IR. So we'll have to see if that actually happens or if they keep him on IR for some time to come. But those are the practice updates. A bit of a lengthy one today. A lot of names popped up on there and some very prominent ones at that. But it does sound like, for the most part, at least with Kittle, Bosa, and Williams, that they are probably trending in the right direction for playing. Wishnowsky or Givens are probably trending the opposite direction, and McCaffrey, Conley, and Feliciano all have the opportunity to play, but obviously with Feliciano, he is still on IR. So in order for him to be able to play in this game, they will have to elevate him. So that's where they're currently at. That is your practice update and report. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.